Attention to orders. The President of the United States takes pleasure in presenting the Meritorious Service Medal to Master Sergeant Evette Greene, United States Marine Corps, for service as set forth in the following citation: for outstanding meritorious service while serving as Joint Team Capital Admin Chief and Senior Watch Chief, Individual Mobilization Augmentee Detachment, G35, Marine Corps Installations Command, and Marine Corps National Capital Region Command from September 2018 to April 2023. During this period, Master Sergeant Greene's efforts greatly contributed to the successful execution of 6 state funeral training exercises, as well as the establishment of policies and procedures for supporting state funerals. Her active coordination with members of the United States Army's 3rd Infantry Regiment, as well as Joint Task Force National Capital Region, resulted in the streamlined collection and dissemination of personnel, vehicles, and weapons information for over 400 service members from the 5 services involved in state funeral operations at the United States Capitol. She also served as a senior watch chief in the command's Emergency Operations Center during a period of unprecedented operational tempo in which the command dealt with multiple destructive weather events impacting numerous regions and installations, as well as the command's response to the coronavirus disease 2019 pandemic. She provided critical support and continuity through her expert knowledge and ability to establish and maintain lines of communication. Master Sergeant Greene's superior performance of duties culminated in her 25 years of honorable and dedicated military service. By her exceptional professionalism, initiative, and loyal dedication to duty, Master Sergeant Greene reflected great credit upon herself and upheld the highest traditions of the Marine Corps and the United States Naval Service. For the President, D.W. Maxwell, Major General, United States Marine Corps, Commander.
Good business since I saw you. Quite busy. You're quite busy.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. Certificate of Retirement. From the Department of the Navy, United States Marine Corps, Master Sergeant Evette Greene was transferred this date from the United States Marine Corps to the Fleet Marine Corps Reserve after 25 years of honorable and faithful active service. Effective 1 April 2023. Signed, David H. Berger, General, United States Marine Corps, Commandant of the Marine Corps.
You need a wagon to take all this stuff home to me, by the way. I just told her she's going to need a bigger wall for all of her I love these stuff. All right. Okay. Let's just start the stack.
Yes, ma'am.
There you go. All right.
Certificate of Appreciation from the President of the United States. For service in the Armed Forces of the United States of America, Master Sergeant Evette Greene. I extend my personal gratitude and the sincere appreciation of a grateful nation to you for your patriotic service to our country. Your bravery and dedication in our armed forces help protect your fellow Americans during a critical moment in our history and contributed to a world of greater security and growing prosperity. Your devotion to duty, honor, and country, in keeping with the long traditions of the finest military in the world, embody the American ideal of selfless service. Our nation owes you an incredible debt. Your commitment and the example you set will inspire future generations to serve with pride and to keep our country secure. You represent the best of our nation, and I join our fellow Americans in saluting your honorable service. I wish you happiness in your next chapter. Signed, Joseph R. Biden, Commander-in-Chief. A letter from the Commandant of the Marine Corps. Dear Master Sergeant Evette Greene, the Marine Corps has been your occupation and family for many years past, and I am certain the memories, interests, and and the future of the Corps will remain with you forever. Many desire to obtain your accomplished goals, but few can compare to you. You have clearly demonstrated the exceptional leadership qualities and professional contributions we seek of our senior Marines. We are proud, as you must be, of your successful career. As a teacher to young Marines, a source of wise counsel, and as an example of those soldierly virtues we so admire, you have made a mark on the Corps that will remain long after you have left our active ranks. There are many young Marines you have influenced who will carry on in the same fine tradition that has always characterized the United States Marine Corps. You have my best wishes for good health and continued success in the years ahead. Semper Fidelis. David H. Berger, General, United States Marine Corps, Commandant of the Marine Corps. A letter from the Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps. Dear Master Sergeant Greene, on the occasion of your retirement, I would like to extend my congratulations and heartfelt thanks for your many years of dedicated service and selfless devotion to our country and Corps. You have made tremendous contributions and sacrifices throughout your Marine Corps career. As you prepare to enter this new chapter of your life, you can look back with immense pride and satisfaction on all you have accomplished. You have set an example of professionalism and leave a standard of excellence for all Marines who will carry on the legacy of our Corps. My wife, Stacy, joins me in wishing you continued success in the future. Semper Fidelis, Troy E. Black, 19th Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps. At this time, Master Sergeant Greene will be joined by her husband, Justin.
There you go, right there. Perfect.
Certificate of Appreciation to Justin J. Greene. On the occasion of the retirement of your wife from the United States Marine Corps, Justin has earned grateful appreciation for his unselfish, faithful, and devoted service as a husband of a Marine. Your steadfast support, sacrifice, and understanding helped to make possible your wife's lasting contribution to the United States Marine Corps. Your efforts and compromises, like hers, contributed significantly to the accomplishment of the Marine Corps' mission and were in keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service. On behalf of all Marines, sailors, and a grateful nation, please accept my sincerest thanks for the caring and compassionate role that you have played as a key member of the Marine Corps family. Dated 31 March 2023, Colonel A.R. Winthrop, Commanding Officer, Headquarters Marine Corps, Henderson Hall.
Just a small token of our appreciation.
Master Sergeant Greene is now being presented with a token of appreciation from her colleagues at the Marine Corps Installations Command, National Capital Region, in recognition of her efforts.
Okay, we're gonna go a little informal here, Margaret, with this massive, amazing.
Yes, yes.
Very nicely done. Thank you, team. She'll definitely appreciate it, and she needs an SUV to get all this stuff on.
This is beautiful. It's really been an honor to work with the staff that I work with. Thank you, Staff Sergeant. Please forgive me. I'm trying to soak all of this in. I'm truly appreciative. So thank you.
gifts will now be presented to Master Sergeant Greene's family and best friends. This is to recognize and thank them for all they have given to support Master Sergeant Greene's career. Their devotion, inspiration, pride, and support enabled Master Sergeant's achievements and successful service to our Corps and country and epitomize our motto, Semper Fidelis. Through their attitude of service and love for their Marine, they have touched the lives of countless people, both in the Marine Corps and our community. And for this, we thank you.
It's coming.
They're coming. Gifts are coming.
Master Sergeant, post.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to introduce Brigadier General Julie Nethercott, United States Marine Corps.
Well, let's first and foremost have a round of applause for the great Mass Sergeant here, and then I'll start with the I'll be with you in a second. You're good. Let's massage. You're good. Ladies and gentlemen, the Quantico band and the color guard did a great job today. Appreciate all the hard work that always goes into making these events so special for everybody in attendance. So if you join me, a round of applause for the Marines and the band. And thanks to everybody who made this day special, from narration to Master Guns to everybody in the back that's going to do something special here in a minute. Thank you so much. As I told you in the beginning, this is a special day. In particular for Mass Sergeant and her family. None of us do this alone. It really does take a village to have this sort of a lifestyle. It really does. And I'm sure Mass Sergeant will recognize all of her friends and family in the audience today for what she's been able to do over the last 25 years. So, Justin, Nature, Angie? I always try to shorten it. Stacy, Lori, Brother John, everybody. This is a family section, right? I think we got everybody. John's over on this side. Okay. Thank you all for coming. 2 years ago, she asked me to do this. So not quite chaplain worthy of. I didn't have the decade notification. I had 2 years, and I promised her wherever I was, if I could make it, I would do it. So I'm down in Miami now as a Southcom J5. I was in Guatemala last week, so we were getting pretty danger close on whether or not I was going to be able to pull this off, but I have to be in DC yesterday. So I came down to do this, and I'll fly back to Miami tonight. And I wouldn't miss it, because I made her a promise 2 years ago as a young brigadier that I would do this for her. So it is truly my honor to be a part of your family's scrapbook by the number of cameras I see up and running right now. That's great. Make me look taller. So that's the other reason. I don't use podiums because I'm 5'2". So I do a lot of this type of speaking because that's just a little better for me. I cannot say enough great things about Mass Sergeant and her amazing career. Her bio is in your program. I mean, if you read it, you're just like, how in the world did she do all of that in that amount of time and have an amazing family and do it all? It is very tough to do, especially in this profession. But she managed it. Born in Brooklyn, grew up in Florida, went to, a special place in my heart, Paris Island, South Carolina, where everybody goes for the family vacations. That's right. And then became an admin, Marine, and just started knocking out of the ballpark. First duty station Okinawa, then to New Orleans, where she got meritoriously promoted not once, but twice to corporal, and then again to sergeant. And you can just read her bio. It is full of lifetime experiences, whether it's Germany, or Djibouti, Africa, or what she's doing right now in DC. We met in 2017, as I was a much younger colonel, didn't have as much gray hair back then, when we were in the Assistant Commandant of the Marine Corps' office. So I was the colonel that went behind the 4-star and carried the bag. That was me. She was keeping us all straight, as what a great senior enlisted Marine does for an office as dynamic as the ACMAC's office is. But that tells you about the quality, because not everybody gets into the Assistant Commandant's office. But she did. And she just knocked it out of the ballpark. So I knew right then and there she would always hold a special place in my heart, and whatever she needed, I would be there. So that gets me to the request 2 years ago, which is I would have done it. Wherever I was, I would have done it to come back to this special day. And just thank every single one of you for what you've done in her life. Friends, as stewards, as fellowship, as partnership, as collaboration. As I said, it takes everybody, especially in this profession. And I know she's had some great friends in Lori and Stacy along the way, and just an amazing family network who's been with her through it all. So again, ladies and gentlemen, it's truly my honor to be here for this special occasion. And I couldn't be more proud of you. I can't wait to see what you're going to do next. This is but one chapter in a long, long, rich life. So you have a whole world in front of you to do whatever you want with. And know that all of us in this room will always be there to support you. Whatever you need, you just pick up the phone. Okay, I'm proud of you, that's fine. With that, ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for the Corps' newest retired Marine.
To thank my Heavenly Father up above. I give him all the glory, all the honor for just letting me get to this day. And additionally, Brigadier General Nethercott and Chaplain Wise, I know you came from so far. I know we were able to build a little relationship, throughout our time together in North Carolina and over here in DC, but you came a long way, along with some other family and friends who are in the crowd over here, but I'm truly appreciative. It's been an honor to work with you, and thank you. Thank you for doing this for me. I know my parents aren't here, my sister isn't here, and so is my little brother. He's overseas, but I feel like I wouldn't have time to thank everybody in this room, but I definitely want to thank them for their support, because they've bent over backwards to help me to be able to have the career that I've had. Along with that, Lori and Stacy, my two best friends, who've been with me on this journey for more than 20 plus years. Stacy, it's really been an adventure with you. You've made my duty station in New Orleans. I did 3 tours over there, but I had the most fun with both of my girls, my 504 people, along with Gunny Hinton, who's in the crowd. I'm grateful to have served with you, Sir Guns, and you, Gunny Sergeant LeCamp. But thank you for your love. I also want to thank Angie, one of my baby girls, who's growing up too fast. I know that I've been all over the place, yanked around, just getting called onto orders and getting stationed. And I've had this career longer than you've been alive. But since you were born, I've been able to carry you most places with me. I wish, part of me wishes that I didn't have to leave you when I had to deploy, but my mother ended up stepping in, and father, and my mom ended up quitting her job in order to take care of Angie because she would be the best hands for her to be in while I deployed and did Marine Corps stuff. So, but for you, your sacrifice, the way you've carried yourself and been able to adapt every place that we've been, I just thank you and love you with all my heart. For Nature, my hubby Justin. I know you're at the tail end, coming into my life, our lives, at the tail end of my career, but I've had nothing but love and support from both of you. And my mother-in-law back here, and my father-in-law who's home right now, who couldn't make it, but I love you guys. I look forward to what's in store for our future and our next chapter of our lives together, but I thank God for having you both. Wow, I got somebody from way back when in my first duty station, Edwin, where you at? Hey! He made Okinawa so much fun. My first tour while I was on active duty. Wish I met you sooner because it just would have been more, adventures with you. Jumping on the Loser Cruiser. It's always fun. That too. Hanging out, once I met you, I didn't have to jump on the Loser Cruiser anymore. But just being able to share a love and passion that we both have with dance, I can't thank you enough for your friendship throughout all these years since almost day one after boot camp, But thank you for your love and being there for all these memorable moments in my life. Even though we live far, not too far, but we're a distance away, and we call whenever something's popping off, but I love you. Thank you for being here. I have quite a few, 504 people now stationed in New Orleans. Gunny Hinton, one. I know Stacy and Lori, I was with you over there. They're my family, the Boswell family. They weren't able to make it, they wanted to, but they're hanging out in Disney on spring break. And just, it's too expensive to be here, but I know the love and support that they've given to me, how we look out for one another, it's just unimaginable. I've had a family with my friends who I've met through the Corps. So, yes, I want to give a shout out to all my peoples from 4th Ma Division and the Martha Res G1 section. It's played a huge factor in my growing into the Corps and, where I am standing today. So, after I went to New Orleans, I went back home to do the reserve thing in West Palm Beach. And I know, throughout the Corps, nobody keeps in touch. I mean, thankfully, there's Facebook now, so people keep in touch that way. But along with my military family, I have some of my VA, the Veteran Affairs folks over here who came in from Florida, Jay and Milton. Thank you for your unconditional love. You did some promotions. My final chapter here with retirement. Thank you for your time and love for me and encouragement. So I hold you in my heart. I know I went on a deployment in 2015, I believe it was, something like that. Being the senior leader over there, senior advisor, I've had to play more than just the administrative role. I mean, that was a huge chunk of my career, just making sure that personnel processing, inbound, outbound, just getting people to and from. But I've made some really beautiful friendships in there. Monica is somewhere, one of my homegirls who I met out there, and became a sister to me. So Monica, huge shout out to you. We didn't really hang out during our deployment so much, but when you got stationed over here, we were just two peas in a pod. Our girls, we raised our girls, and we have so many memories together. So thank you for all the love to this day and forever. I know I couldn't do my career with a lot of help from friends that I've made in the Corps, Georgia being one of them, Monica, just helping out with Angie, because whenever I was called, called in the middle of the night, or long shifts, whatever it takes. Like, I've always had to depend on some of my friends to help me out because my family wasn't nearby. But help me out with Angie. So Jane and Joe, I don't know if you're in the audience or not, but I couldn't do this alone. So thank you for your love. Thank you for your support, because Angie's my everything. I know about sacrifices, in the Marine Corps, there are a lot made. We deploy, we move around, bounce around from one location to the next. There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of, looking for jobs, family members, whatever it takes. But because of, the friendships I've built, just want to thank you for helping me with that and helping me to be able to focus on my responsibilities as a Marine. As far as transition, there's not a whole lot of change for me, thankfully. I know I'm in the reserve component. I've played a lot on active duty throughout these years. I have over 15 years worth of time on orders, and my first 4 were active duty, but I'm not really bouncing around and having to find another career, because I have one unless I, once I go on USA Jobs and, if I find something else. But I'm really happy with what I do in my career right now. Ms. Sweat, thank you for bringing me on board. I also have Renee Shorts, and don't think she's in the audience, but she's helped groom me, to become the security manager that I am now, the civilian side. But it's the help, working with one another, the relationships that we've built, that I'm able to transition, out of this uniform tier. But thankfully, I'm still with the Marine Corps family. I still get to see the Marines every day, all the work that you all put in. It takes a lot of practice, a lot of commitment. So transition, like I said, thankfully, not a whole lot of that, bouncing around and figuring out what my next chapter is. One thing that I definitely want to do for sure is continue to grow, develop. My husband is, you give me the most encouragement, you make me want to do more. I want to just push myself to the limits. I know that in life, everything is a lesson. And, not only going through boot camp and retiring, like, it doesn't stop there. Life doesn't stop there. We have to continue to push ourselves. And in the midst of it all, we, through trials that life just brings to us, we have to, there's lessons with it. There's lessons with waking up early and making your bed, whatever it is, it's called discipline, doing things that we don't want to do. But with the Corps, I've learned to push my limits. And on my first duty station, I was the first female in that command. It was a whole training, a special operations training group in Okinawa, Japan. And I had to dig deep. I thought boot camp was enough digging, but I had to dig some more. And it's like everywhere I've been, sometimes I question myself, like, man, can I do this? Even receiving the position with the ACMAC's office, because it's prestigious. It's up there right next to the commandant. But I for one don't want to let fear, come in the way of my blessings. And I encourage you all to just push yourselves. I believe that, I want to say, I think it was you. I know it's been so many years, Gamihin. You gave me a paper, and I had it for the longest time throughout all my career. The last probably 5 years, I misplaced it. But I believe it was you who gave me a statement or a paperwork, not paperwork, but a little write-up, poem-like, that says, keep your fork. And I don't know if you remember or not, but through it all, through the trials, through the digging deep, through whatever it is that you're facing, know that there's something else better in store for you. It's like, keep your fork because dessert's coming after dinner, or any time of day. But that really stuck with me because, life just throws all kinds of curveballs. You don't know where you're going to end up. I'm truly grateful to have been blessed with my career, military and civilian side. Blessings just keep coming at me, but it takes grinding, you know, it takes sticking through and pushing yourself, you know, telling yourself that you can do it. I know with God all things are possible. He's helped me my whole career. Let me see if I missed something else. But yeah, I just encourage you all to, if you have dreams, go for it. You're the only one stopping, you're the only person stopping yourself. So go for it, success will follow. And yeah, that's all that I have. God bless you all. Thank you for being here and sharing this special moment with me.